Chapter 10, Carboxylic acids and its derivatives. 10.5 Chemical properties of carboxylic acids. At the end of the lesson, the students should be able to explain the chemical properties with reference to neutralization with a base, reaction with electropositive metals such as sodium, potassium, magnesium, or calcium, reduction with lithium aluminum hydride, followed by acidified hydrolysis, acid chloride formations, anhydride formations, esterifications, amide formations. Predict the products of reactions of carboxylic acid with reagents in A. Explain the reducing properties of metallic acid with acidified potassium permanganates, tolerance reagents. Outline the synthesis of compounds related to reactions of carboxylic acid. Chemical properties of carboxylic acid. We have 7 reactions. The first reactions, neutralization with a base. Second reactions, reaction with electropositive metals such as sodium, magnesium, or calcium. Third reactions, reduction with lithium aluminum hydrides, followed by acidified hydrolysis. Fourth one, acid chloride formations. Fifth one, anhydride formations. Sixth reactions, esterification. And the seventh reaction is amide formations. First reaction, neutralization with a base. Carboxylic acid is a weak acid. It reacts with base such as sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate, and sodium bicarbonate. The product is a carboxylic salt and water. We look at the general equation. Carboxylic acid reacts with NaOH. Carboxylic acid is a weak acid. NaOH is a strong base, so it forms salt, carboxylic salt, and water. So RCO minus and Na plus. For the second general equations, carboxylic acid reacts with potassium hydroxide, so it forms salt also. So carboxylic salt and water. So observation, you will see a soluble salt solution is formed, homogeneous solutions. Okay, look at the third general equation. Carboxylic acid reacts with sodium carbonate, so it forms salt, carboxylic salt. The byproduct is carbon dioxide gas and water. Arrow going up show that it's a gas. But we look at this equation here, the equation is not balanced yet. Sodium carbonate, so you have 2 here. In order to balance the equation, the reactant had to multiply 2, which is the carboxylic acid, multiply 2, and also the salt had to multiply 2. So now the equation is balanced. We look at the fourth general equation. Carboxylic acid reacts with sodium bicarbonate, you form salt, carboxylic salt, and the byproduct is carbon dioxide gas and H2O. So this equation is balanced. We look at the fifth general equation. Carboxylic acid reacts with magnesium carbonate, you form the salt. Here you have to multiply 2 for the carboxylic acid. Why? Because you can check here. So this is salt form. The byproduct is still carbon dioxide and water. Magnesium carbonate, you have Mg2 plus and carbonate ions. Carboxylic acid, you have RCO, O minus, and H plus. So the Mg2 plus will combine with RCO, O minus, so form the salt here. So reaction with metal carbonates like sodium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate is a specific chemical test for carboxyl groups. So the carbon dioxide gas release will turn the lime water cloudy. Okay, now we look at the given example. Ethanol acid reacts with sodium hydroxide. So it forms salt, sodium ethanoate, and water. Okay, so how to write is actually very simple. So we have acid, so CH3, COO minus, and H plus. Then you have Na plus and OH minus. So the CH3 CO minus will combine with Na plus, and the H plus will combine with OH minus. So it forms salt and water. Since that the salt is soluble in water, so you have a soluble solution here. Then look at the propionate acid react with potassium hydroxide. So you give us the salt, potassium propanoate, and also water. Then look at propanolic acid react with sodium carbonates. So for this one, the byproduct is different. So from salt, the main product is still the same. Sodium propanoate, which is a salt. The byproduct is carbon dioxide gas and water. We look at the equation here. Actually, the equation is not balanced yet. So you can see here you got sodium 2. So here I have to multiply 2 for product and also the reactants. Propanolic acid I have to multiply 2. So here 2, this one is also 2. Okay, look at the carboxylic acid react with sodium bicarbonates. So it forms salt. And the byproduct is still the same. Carbon dioxide gas plus water. Now we look at the Kolej acid react with magnesium carbonates. So this is propanolic acid here. So propanolic acid, you have the ion is CH3, C-double-O, O minus, and H plus. And the magnesium carbonate, you have Mg2 plus and carbonate ions. So the CH3CO minus will combine with the Mg2 plus. So you form the salt here. Okay, in order to balance it, you have to multiply 2 for the reactants. So here's 2. Why? Because Mg2 plus. Alcohol and phenol are weaker acid than carboxylic acid. So do not react with sodium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, and sodium bicarbonate. Okay, now we look at reaction with electropositive metals such as sodium, magnesium, or calcium. Carboxylic acid react with electropositive metals such as sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. The product is metal carboxylic and hydrogen gas. So here we have the general equation. So we have carboxylic acid react with metal. So the metal can be sodium, potassium, magnesium, or calcium. Sodium and potassium are alkaline metal. Magnesium and calcium are alkaline of metal. And carboxylic acid is a weak acid. So actually this is a neutralization reactions. The reactions between carboxylic acid and the metal will form salt and hydrogen gas, half hydrogen gas. So the gas will be released out as hydrogen gas. Propanolic acid react with sodium, it form sodium propanoate, which is salt, plus half hydrogen gas. Now look at benzoic acid react with potassium. So it forms salt, potassium benzoate, and half hydrogen gas. Magnesium react with carboxylic acid. It forms salt also. So you can see here, in order to balance it, the N ion had to be 2. And the reactants for carboxylic acid must be 2 also. And the byproduct is 1 mole of hydrogen gas. Look at calcium. So calcium will have the same reaction as magnesium because both of them are from group 2. So here we form a salt. So I have to multiply 2 also for the carboxylic acid. And the byproduct is 1 mole of hydrogen gas.
Thank you for watching.